All right, good morning, good morning. Um, First session of the day with Miss Quinn. She, this morning so far, ran around outside with the dogs. Actually hung out with my 1-year-old. It's her birthday today. So she hung out with her in the kitchen. Quinn did amazing with the baby. My wife, ow, that's my no-no spot. With my wife and my 9-year-old son. So, doing great with the people. Okay, and didn't show any nervousness or anything with my wife. My wife was also eating, so she did more or less. She did beg for food. She begged for food for me when I was eating too. So, other than that, I would say that was the worst of it. Just a little bit of begging. And then put all the dogs in the crate, let them kind of chill out and relax from playtime and everything upstairs. But now it's training time. So we're going to do some place drills, just kind of going around to the different ones. They all feel a little bit different. These two are pretty similar, but this one's going to feel different, so she might not like it as much. But we're going to do some of that. I introduced a little bit, reintroduced a little bit of lay. If I remember right, that's the down command, so I'll continue using that just so it's easier. It's something she already knows. But yeah, this is just going to be starting to like introduce a new surface, which is weird. And then we'll do some lays, and then we'll put them both together. Place, lay, and then we're going to work on some duration and just stay there while I walk around and move around. So that's the idea for this video. And then later on, later on we'll work more thresholds. I'll make a video specifically for thresholds, so you'll get another one today also. Just the different doors around the house. I have a sliding glass door and I have a couple regular doors, so I'll do those, and I'll even do the back gate. The back gate is difficult to film, but just the angles that we have to take to get to it and through it. I have a big storage unit, like a little spot for us to walk through, and you'll see it in the video, but I'm going to do all those just so you can see everything. So, all right, Quinn, let's go. Yes, place. Yes, good girl. Good. Good. Place. Yes. Good girl. Good. I might have to do lay on the cot. She's obviously going to do it really well. Right? Quinn, place. Yes. Good girl. So this drill will actually wear her out. It wears the big dogs out. Just especially if they go into the down. She's gonna get tired getting up, walking over there, laying down, getting up, walking over there, laying down. It's a good drill. Wears them out. And sometimes a tired dog is a good dog. They're less destructive. We don't want to solely depend on that, but it is a quote unquote rule of thumb, I guess you could say. Quinn, place. Uh-oh. Place. Yes. Good girl. Good. Place. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Good. Face camera. Good. Quinn. Place. Yes. Good girl. So when she goes to lay all the way down, I give her more food. So it's a bigger reward. A bigger reward clicks in her mind a little more. Ah. place. Yes. Good girl. Good. I don't know why she got so jumpy on that one. Good. But as she's not listening to us, we just apply the pressure. I don't want to do it too much right now just because she's being a good girl. I might tighten this collar up some more. Yeah. And it's fine. One, you still want to be able to get it on and off, so it's fine. Place. So we're just going to use the pressure. Yes, good girl. She gets off, we just apply the pressure to put her right back. Okay. We're not popping yet. There will be that. We'll probably introduce that like tomorrow. Of actually a pop. We might even do it today. We'll do it today. She's understanding what place means. Quin. 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 Yes. Quin. Pressure's back on. Yes. Good girl. Yeah. Quin, place. Yes. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Quin, place. All right, pressure on. Yes. Good. As soon as that, all four legs get on there, as soon as that last foot gets on there, we go from tension to no tension. So pressure on, pressure off system. Pressure is, if you're not doing what I need you to do, pressure is on. If you are doing what I need you to do, pressure is off. For instance, I tell her the command and she starts walking over there. No pressure. But as soon as she starts to stop or resist, we put that pressure on and use that as a guide to get her where we want her to go. Good girl. Quin, place. So right there she's moving, no pressure. No pressure. Add pressure. Yes. Good girl. And for her to respond on just a martingale collar, like this is fantastic. Not typical for your livestock guardians. Honestly, these guys are usually pretty tough. So pressure's back on because she didn't stay. Yes. Oh. Oh. Why don't you like this one? Yes. Good. Good girl. Good. Now I'm going to keep working this one. I'm going to start introducing the pop now. Let's go. Good girl. So she's being kind of weird with this one. So I'm just going to focus on using this one. Let me make sure that's in the good spot on the camera. I know I have this pole right in the middle, which is kind of frustrating, but it holds my house up, so I don't want that to go anywhere. Right. Hold it. That'll do. Okay. So now I'm going to start introducing the pop. So this is kind of the last part of using leash pressure. So no pressure, and if I need to correct her, I need to fix her, I'm going to say no, I'm going to pop, and it's just like a jab. So like boxing, they just jab real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're only doing one jab, so just no, boom. Okay, so no, I'm not going to actually do it to her, so here's my demonstration. So this is her head, and this is the leash. It's going to be no, and that's it. Just out and in really quick. Boom. And how hard you have to do it is dependent on her. With her, I think it's just going to be like a little tiny, just a little one. Some dogs, using like a martingale collar, you have to do that really hard. And that's why we use prong collars or other collars, because if you could just do like a little finger one, fantastic. We don't want to do it, we don't want to do it hard. We just want to do a little one, okay? So, Quin, place. No. Place. No. Place. Yes. Good. Good girl. Easy. That pop doesn't hurt her. Part of it too, I'm going to let her sit here for a second. So we're going to work on some duration while I talk. So part of what could be happening is I'm going at the short angle on this. She's a big dog. So she's long, but the cot is short going from this angle. So there's not a lot of room for her to get on there. But, I mean, if she maneuvers correctly, she'd be fine. So let's test it from the long ways and see if that changes her response. Quin. Let's go. Yes, good girl. Yeah. Spin around. Alright, I think should be in view right here. So we're going to start. Sorry, here's something else. So, starting position, Quin, place, walk her to it. No. And guide. Yes. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good job, sweetie. Good. Let's go. Good girl. Actually probably do it from the other side so you can see the leash and everything and how we're doing the pops. So again, let me make sure everything's in camera. So just so she's on camera side. Good girl. Quin, place. No. Yes! Good girl. Good. Good. Let's go. So we might not get to the leg part on this. These big dogs get tired very quickly. So place. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good. Good girl. Maybe it's the sinking in she doesn't like so much. Let's go. Good girl. Great job, Quin. Good. Good. Place. No. No. Place. Yes. Good girl. Good. Good. Good girl. Let's go. Good girl. Place. Yes. Good. Good girl. Good. Good. Good girl. Let's go. You're getting tired, sweetheart. Place. Yes. Good girl. Good. Girl. Yes. Good. going to move around. I'm going to let her stay there for a minute. We're just going to move around. Because when we start moving, a lot of times they want to move with us, which she already started to do. So right there, yes. Good girl. Good. And every time you mark, you don't have to reward with food every time. Okay. Now, what that was for, why I gave her food there, is because she's staying there for a while. Why I just pet her was because she started to walk off and then came back onto the cot. She corrected herself without me having to do anything, and that's what we want. No. Yes. Good girl. Good. No reward because I had to do the little correction there. That is a correction. Even if it is, it's fixing the problem. So when you correct somebody, so somebody calls me Justin, I go, no, my name's Tyler. That's a correction. That's all it is. You're supposed to know my name. You were incorrect, so I told you no. And then I fixed it. I told you what my name actually was. And that's all we're doing. Good job. Let's go. Yes, good girl. Good job. And then the same for if somebody goes, hey, Tyler, and whatever. It'd be weird, but I don't, yes, that's my name. Good job. Thank you. Roughly the same thing. I say place. She either does it, and I go, yes, that's correct. Thank you. Or I go, no, that is incorrect. And I speak like a dog does, and I give her a correction, a physical correction. Because dogs are very physical. They bite and they mouth. They use their mouth to correct things. Quin, place. No. Place. Yes, good girl. Good job. Good. Man, you are hungry, ain't you? That's what happens when you don't get your morning food. Good. 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 So typically this could be a tough part where we go behind them where they can't see us. Or they have to do that turn. A lot of times the dogs will get off to turn around. Good job, girl. Good girl. Good. Good. Good there. That's good. So typically when I take this stance, hopefully you can still see me. When I take this stance and I start walking, that is typically a sign that we're moving. Yes. Good girl. Good. So she got accustomed to that, so she started going. Had to fix it. Let's go. Good girl. Good. Oh, good girl. All right. So that was good. Just getting a lot of reps of it. Now we're going to do lay. So I'm not going to use hand signals as much. I do see the place in them, but when we start, I typically don't do them. So I just use physical leash pressure. Quin, lay. Just wait around. Yes. Good girl. Good. So this right here, I think you should have a good angle of it. This is called Sphinx. So where she's not rolled over on her back hips and she's laying down square, like very square. This is typical for working dogs in a working position. I'm okay with either. They do this, or if we stayed here long enough, she'd probably roll over on a hip. That's pretty normal. I actually prefer them to roll over on the hip because it's a more relaxed position. This is kind of a working dog position. They can spring up quickly and go do their job. Go fight off a coyote, go fight off whatever needs to happen. They can get up and sprint very quickly. But it's okay. Right now we're just learning. And she needs to learn how to lay down from a sit and from a standing position. So I don't make her sit and then lay down. I typically just do it from the standing. So as you watch, she sat down first and then lay down. So she's probably been taught sit and then to lay down. And that's fine, but I want her to be able to do both. So if she's standing and I say lay, I want her to lay down. Good girl. Good. I bet this is your favorite position. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Good. We're not going to do any more place. Good girl. And even right now, this moving around stuff, whether she really knows it or whether you've noticed, it's the heel position. So I keep her on a short leash. I'm not telling her to heel, but I'm keeping her close to me. So just so you know. She is getting a little extra work here. She's getting tired. She's lagging behind a lot. So we'll do a couple more. Lay. You're not helping any, Tater. We just wait her out. We're not in any hurry for this. Yes, good girl. Good, so there, she rolled over on the hip, even better. Good girl. Good job. Good. We create distance. We let her lay there, that's duration. Distractions, we're not going to add in yet. Me talking is enough of a distraction. Me walking around is enough of a distraction. The dogs being right there is enough of a distraction. We don't want to escalate that too much, too quick. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's do a couple more, huh? Let's do a couple more. Lay. And all I'm doing is creating downward pressure by using my foot. I'm not jerking her down or yanking her. Yes, good girl. You can definitely tell she's getting tired of that slobber. But with the down, I'm not yanking her down. I'm not forcing her down hard. I am forcing her down per se, but it's gently. Okay. Again, this type of collar that we're using, it's just a martingale collar. There's no prongs. There's not a lot of pressure on her, to be honest. So for her to do it just on this it's very rare in a dog. Even my puppy, Tater, he has a version of the martingale collar, and even he puts up a huge fight on just that one. But if I put something that it's a little pokier, like the metal prongs, or even there's a plastic one, I use the plastic one with him, but then there's that pressure, a lot more pressure, and he gives in quicker versus this. So she's doing fantastic with it. I'm going to do a couple more just to make sure we're getting reps in. Let's go. Yes. Good girl. Good. Okay. And again, I want to get her from the standing. I don't want her to sit. I'd like her to go immediately just all the way down instead of that two-part. Lay. Yes, just like that. Good. Big reward for that. Good girl. And I'm actually going to end on that one. It's always best to end on a high note versus trying to get a bunch of reps in. So basically, I lied to you. I said I was going to try to get a few more reps in. But when they do it, great. It's a perfect time to end. Okay. Might do a little duration, kind of what we're doing. Like this stuff here, moving around. That's distraction stuff, but this is all good. But I'm going to make that the last rep. Good girl. Good. So So yeah, we covered e-collar, or not e-collar. What the hell? We didn't do anything e-collar. We covered place more. So getting more reps of that. And adding in the a correction or the leash pop. So again, to do some corrections when they get out of position, it's a 3-step process. So it's the word no, which means you did it wrong or you're doing it wrong. The leash pop, so the physical pop on it, again, it's a jab, and then guide them into the correction, into the correct position. So, like we did with place, it was place. If she chose not to do it, we said no, pop, and then we guided her into the right spot. Okay. Typically, I don't reward if I have to correct them because you don't get rewarded for correction. Okay. Then we start over. We say let's go. We do a new rep. Okay. And we try to do that as much as possible, and hopefully you get. And ideally, what's going to happen is you do less and less corrections. You just start doing it. With lay or down, again, it's move them where you want. You say lay. We apply the pressure even from a standing, because again, I want her to know it from standing or even sitting. That's fine too, which I think that's how she learned it, was from a sit into a lay. And then we reward. This, in my program and for me and what I focus on and everything, this is the ideal position. She's rolled over, she's relaxed, she's hanging out, she's chilling. If they are in that Sphinx position, I don't mind. That is just typically what I've seen over the years is when they're in that position, they're quick to jump. They're quick to get up and follow you. They're quick to go after the door when the doorbell rings or whatever, or a knock, or the neighbor's dog. If they're in this position, they're more likely to kind of, whatever. Okay. And that's why I like this position more. And it's more relaxed. It's more of what we're looking for. Okay. Good girl. Good. And even as I'm moving around, I kept her in the heel position. Though that's not what we focused on, there's still that little bit of work that got put in throughout the session. So overall, really good session for her. We will do more later. Hopefully she still has the energy for it, and we can do some thresholds, and we can actually do the walking and healing type stuff. So there you go. Let me know if you got questions.